If you could look into the camera and speak to your colleagues, what would you tell them that hip-hop needs? What does hip-hop need to do?
I think the braggadocio, money, cash, hoes thing needs to be deaded. I feel like that's holding us back as a culture, as black people. That doesn't advance us in any way, shape, or form. We've been doing that same thing for years now. It's been like, what, 4 decades of the same old sorry for my language. And I feel like, if you're gonna be an artist, there's a time where you just have to, embrace the responsibility and understand that the power of music is something so special, and be able to do it on this magnitude where you reach millions of people. It's like, why not use that for good? Why not tell kids something that they can connect with and use in their life? And like, really, my mission statement since day one, and I'm getting so worked up talking about this, all I wanted to do was help kids not feel alone and stop kids from committing suicide. Because thank you. And I'm never try to be political. I'm actually like shaking. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Those two specific things.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Well, I dealt with suicide for the past 5 years. Like there wasn't a week or a day that didn't go by where I was just like, I want to check out. And I know what that feels like. And I know it comes from loneliness. I know it comes from not having self-worth, not loving yourself. And these are things that, kids don't have music that can coach them and give them that guidance. I didn't have that. What about the kids who, you've never really had an artist where you connected with them all across the board, And I think that's my job. I'm just really just trying to guide people and help people, because, loneliness is a terrible, terrible thing, man. And if you don't know how to conquer it, it can eat you alive.
How are you right now?
I'm good. I'm all right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 12th episode of the Let's Talk It Out podcast. I'm Alec Lifshultz, a.k.a. Trey Bizzy, as you guys are well aware. That segment I just played was from one of my favorite rappers, that's Kid Cudi. And what Kid Cudi was doing, and he's well documented of saying he's been dealing with suicidal thoughts and depression. And even in his music, he speaks out about it, and you could tell by the things that he say that what's going on with him. So with him personally, he's a real big advocate of it, and I am as well through my show. That's literally the whole purpose of my show. He said he speaks out to the kids because he don't want them to feel alone. There's a feeling of loneliness, and there's a feeling of worthlessness with it, like you don't matter to people or that you don't have a purpose, and he said he deals with it every day. Well, my idea for the show was to make everyone feel like there are other people out there that deal with the same thing you deal with. There's people out there that relate to you. There's people out there that have the same mindset as you. And my whole goal was to make everyone feel included and bring people together and make it into a big community. I want it to be a community of people that relate to each other, that deal with the same things, and battle the same problems. So, that being said, this episode, it's about meditation and mental health. But before I dive into that, I want to give a couple shout outs, because on Saturday we had the Bears Barroom meetup downtown Chicago at Bill's Burger joint, thanks to Double A. And I met a few of the barflies. Phil came out, his wife, and it was really special to hang out with everybody, have a couple of drinks, and pretty much, it was a good time. We had an open mic. I was forced to do a steak and whiskey segment by Double A. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't forced, but we did it. So it was fun to meet everybody. That's for sure. But I'm not alone tonight. I have a special guest with me. I've known him for years. He's a big advocate for mental health, and he's found an outlet for it, and he wants to share it with other people. This show is about meditation and mental health. So, with that being said, I'd like to introduce James Campbell. James.
What's going on? How's everything? How's everything? Appreciate you having me, Al. Or Trey Bizzy. Appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you for taking time out of your busy week to come have the conversation that a lot of people don't want to have.
Oh man, this is a big deal for me, man. Definitely an advocate of mental health and making sure people understand that this that taboo about it is so just not necessary. Like, man, you just to know that to feel alone in that journey is a rough thing for anybody to deal with, and the taboo to not want to talk about it or not feel like you can't talk about it. I can't imagine how difficult that is on a daily basis. So I appreciate you having me, man, because I want to help as much as I can and talk about it as much as I can. So I appreciate it,
man. And like I said, man, you're the expert. Expert.
I guess that's what you want to say. I appreciate it. But look, just real quick, I don't know if y'all know, he talks a lot about football on the bar room, but me and Trey, we go back a long time, man, playing basketball. Like, I know he talks football a lot, but basketball was one of his first loves, in my opinion. And together, we did some damage on the basketball court.
So James is referencing the fact that yes, we have played ball together. We played in leagues together. We've won championships together.
On NBA courts.
Yes, we played in a league in Indiana, and the championship game was played in Indianapolis on the Pacers court. At that time, it was called, I want to say it was Conseco Fieldhouse. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the name for it is now, but it was amazing. It was a very amazing feeling, and it was an experience to be able to play on the NBA court. And not only play on the NBA court, but we were getting buckets for real, though. We was out there getting buckets.
Yeah. From the NBA three-point line, knocking shots down.
That's what it was all about. The chat room, everybody saying, hey, what's going on? Good evening. What's up?
Hello,
what's up,
people.
Chris?
Hello.
What's up, Bad? CB fans in the house. Mom says, hey, yeah, she said, yes, basketball. Yeah, we used to get buckets. They know.
Oh, yeah.
If they still want me to come get buckets, I'll come get them. They need me to.
We still young. We still do this.
Hello, yeah. Peru chick. Everybody's here, man. So we want to go ahead and dive into this meditation thing a little bit. Meditation has definitely become mainstream over the years. It's become... Yes. Some people say it's trendy, like the whole yoga thing is trendy, but it all comes down to what it really does. And meditating actually, it changes your brain, and it helps with it in the way your body responds to stress. It helps you deal with stress better. It works wonders on depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. And basically what you're doing when you're meditating is putting yourself in a comforting place. You are imagining yourself at peace, which in turn helps your body, become within peace. It helps relieve the feelings of being overwhelmed. And with James being the expert, I'm gonna ask him personally, like, when it comes to meditating, it's different forms. Like, what's your go-to when it comes to meditating?
When I meditate, so let me give you a little backstory about why I ended up jumping into it in the first place. Like most kids, come from the broken home and not really knowing how to deal with that type of environment of having a broken home, wanting your parents to be together and want certain things, and you're not sure how to deal with that. Then on top of that, I became a teen parent at 17 years old. Being told, from your girlfriend, who's now my wife at the time, but being told from your girlfriend that I'm pregnant at 17 and trying to deal with that stress of not only dealing with the things of your parents' issues, but now you have to deal with being your own parent, you know what I mean? And dealing with raising a whole nother individual and making sure that you don't make the same mistakes that your parents did. So I got to the point where I'm not going to say it was stressful. At the end of the day, it was stressful. So I tried to figure out the best outlet for me personally. And I knew I wanted to accomplish some things. I knew it was some things I didn't like my attitude was bad. I used to pop off at the drop of a hat, and I didn't like it. You know what I mean? So it's one thing to to know that there's a problem, but it's also another thing to know you want to be different. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how much somebody wants to help, or somebody and they're looking at you and they want to help you and they're giving you all of this stuff. If you don't want to help, if you don't want to be helped, it doesn't matter what anybody says. It's not going to happen. So I wanted to be different. I wanted to figure out a better way to deal with the stresses and the anger and all of the other things that I was dealing with. And so I come across meditation. So the thing that stood out for me when it came to meditation was a book by Russell Simmons. It's called Success and Stillness, right? And, you know, I looked at, for meditation, I looked at it almost like, okay, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not, you know, that I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. But I was like, in order to get something different, you have to do something different. So I was like, okay, he's successful. He's doing this on a daily basis. What he's doing is working. What I'm doing is not. So let me try it out. So in the book, it talks about a tantrum, which is basically saying something repeatedly over and over again to try to get yourself to calm, or to get that center of yourself, right? So this the tantrum that he talked about, like, I'm looking at the tantrums and stuff like that. I'm like, so basically you want me to be like Tina Turner in the movie, talking about I'm Hey Ray Kekio, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be that guy.
Eat the cake?
I'm not gonna eat the cake at him, man. That's not me. That's not me. But but Russell's was a little simpler. It was just saying rum, right? Like, anybody could say rum. That you don't look crazy saying rum. So in saying rum, you have to say it repeatedly, certain ways. So you do a long R, like rum. Then you do a long M, rum, or a long U, and you keep doing it repeatedly. What that does is that allows you to find your center. That vibration of the rum is the center, is where you focus your energy, you focus your strength, you focus everything that you're dealing with. You just focus on that spot where you feel that vibration in your chest. And that enables you to really focus in on something other than your problems, right? So I did that. I did it. I closed my eyes. I did the tantrum, and it got to the point where I didn't even realize I was calm as I was. Like, and you know, people have that misconception, I believe, where you think, oh, when you meditate, you're supposed to not think, or your brain is supposed to be clear. You know what I mean? And that's not the case. You're going to get these thoughts, these ideas, these problems that you're dealing with in your life. They're going to come. You welcome them when they come, and you then ask them to leave, because you're trying to focus. Thank you, but I'm focusing on me. Every problem, every thought, everything that comes to you, thank it for coming, but right now I'm focusing on me. So in doing that, you are enabling yourself to really focus on your breathing and allow yourself to not think about the issues, about the problems. And then you realize that, hey, I'm able to deal with this situation with a clearer head, because I'm not coming into the situation with an expectation of it turning out the way that I think it's going to turn out. You're now thinking of it, well, hey, I'm calm right now, so whatever is going to happen, I should be okay to deal with it a little bit better, because you're dealing with it with a clear head. And that's one of the things that I love about it, is the peace you have during and after going forward. It's just like, wow, I feel better. So yeah.
So James,
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the fact that you were able, as a young black man, dealing with everything you dealt with, getting your girl pregnant at 17, and being able to overcome the frustrations of, you know, life at home with your parents' relationship and that dynamic, and the fact that you were able to find the maturity to get a more positive outlet for your anger at that younger age is just amazing to me. I don't know where the hell you were at when I was upset a lot of time, because I for years was angry, man. I was just an angry guy, you know. The whole connotation of being an angry black man. That was me for a while. Granted, I still get upset, but as of recently, I've learned to not take things as so seriously. To the point where I get mad that I have to just fuck something up. For lack of better terms. Mm-hmm. I just and it's just amazing that you were able to mature like that at such a young age, because that doesn't happen to everyone else. Some people just...
It's like you're almost forced to. Like, me personally, I was kind of forced into it because I knew I didn't like what I was dealing with, right? And having... Also, a year and a half later, I had my second son. So... It was like I have these two individuals.
Time out. So what's for the record, for the chat room? How old were you when you had these two kids?
I was 17 for the oldest one, 19 for the second one. So you weren't even
20 years old and you had two kids.
Yes, sir.
Why you were so fucking mature.
I was literally forced to.
You were forced to grow up. At 19, I wasn't doing nothing but drinking liquor and smoking weed. but granted, because I was self-medicating because I had legal issues in my life at that time. So we grew up. It was two different opposite spectrums for us. You had to care about lives that weren't yours, and for me, I was trying to escape my reality of feeling like I was going to go to jail. So before we go any further, the chat room is going off right now. So. Let's see. The CB fan said he wants you to elaborate on your experiences with meditation. But before we go there, I'm gonna read a couple more comments.
Okay.
B Lipschultz, who's obviously my mom because her last name, says meditation is a form of discipline. Chris Armstrong says, when I always visualize before playing sports, help me handle whatever came my way. Keep a mind, body awareness, and able to refocus your energies. Badgley said, what's up, Badge? He says, are there any iPhone apps you could recommend that can assist when just starting out with meditation? But before that, I want you to answer the question about, can you elaborate with your Kundalini? I don't know how to say that word, man. I'm not a guru like you. Your experience.
What was it?
He wants to elaborate with your meditation concepts or your meditation techniques. Like, go a little bit further into it.
Technique. So with that, so with the one that I described, the rums, like I said, it's really focusing on that center when you're doing the rum. Okay, I'll just do part of it right now. Where you go.
Hold on, before you do that, I don't want to fall asleep. All right, don't do no shit that's gonna make me fall asleep.
No, you're not gonna fall asleep. You're not gonna fall asleep. Right. Matter of fact, I'll do you one better. I'll do a quick. I'm just fucking with you, by the way. You do whatever you want to do for people. I'm just saying though, if you try to hypnotize me or some shit like that. No, it's not hypnosis, man.
All right, go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
So we gonna do this real quick, okay? I'm gonna do a real quick one. This is one of the ones that I do when I've helped a couple people with this technique, friends, family. Some kids from sports and stuff, they were dealing with some things. They were trying to get them together. So this is one of the ones that I have them do. We sit down, right? We sit down in circle, however you want to sit. It doesn't matter. Just sit down calmly. Just take a deep breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Okay? Now just listen to the sound of my voice. I just want you to close your eyes. And then you're going to focus on my voice. I want you to focus on the stress leaving from the top of your head all the way down to your forehead. I just want you to feel your face all the way to your cheeks getting calm, to your chin, your neck, your chest, your chest, your chest. Feel the breaths that you're taking. Focus on the breath. Focus on your body actually calming. And you feeling still. All the way to your stomach. Feel your hips relax into the seat of wherever you're sitting. To your thighs, to your knees, just your whole body. Just let the tension release and your body just relax into the seat you're sitting in. Okay, and I want you to focus on whatever place it is that you ever traveled to or you envisioned yourself traveling to. Envision the beach. Envision the sand, the waves. Listen to the wind blowing through the waves. Take your deep breaths and just be in that moment. Just be in that moment. Just enjoy that moment. Enjoy if you want to go to somewhere hotter, just go there. Go wherever place you see the wind going through the palm trees, whatever place it is. If it's snow, imagine the snow in between your feet while you hear the crackling of the snow. And just be in that space. Then you take a deep breath in, allow your body to regain, come back to your body. Let your consciousness come back to your body. And as you come back, open your eyes when you're ready. And that's just one of the things I teach the people that allow me to. The techniques of just calming and just
James,
yourself.
I hate to cut you off, man, but so
Go
in the
ahead.
chat room, Bobby Phelan, one of my guys, man, he said, yo, what the fuck? I'm trying to drive right now, man. Don't be telling me to close my eyes. Imagine myself being somewhere. And I said the same thing. I was like, man, I'm trying to run a show, man. I can't be meditating while I'm running a show. No, I'm just messing with you.
But just for that short period, I just want everybody to see, just for that short period of time, just how quick, it doesn't have to be an all day thing. You know what I mean? Like I take 15 minutes when I first wake up in the morning, and then I do another 15 minutes before I go to sleep. When I tell you, you will have the most relaxing sleep you will ever have in your life. It's crazy. I literally just, and I don't do it every day like I should. Honestly, you're supposed to do it twice a day, at least 15 minutes. And it really it was one of those things, man. Like I said before, when I was going through it, and then, I had the rent and all of these other things I had to take care of, along with, like I said, dealing with the parents and stuff, and dealing with my parents' divorce. I didn't want to be more of an issue for my mother. So I ended up taking on responsibilities and things like that. So I ended up growing up faster even before I had kids. So it was like I was forced to figure out a way to cope with the things I was dealing with. So when I discovered meditation and I started doing it more frequently, it just basically put me in a space of realizing that life is as simple as you want it to be. You know what I mean? Like we kind of make things difficult and harder than it has to be when we really don't have to. I use this analogy before. I say, if you treat it like a math problem, right? I'm not sure if everybody's good at math, but math was one of my.
I'll be good with math because of carpentry.
Okay, so you definitely got to know the math in order to do that. You got to make them angles right.
Nobody want a door that's going to be leaning to the left or nothing like that. If your cuts will be off.
So yeah, with math like that, my thing is with life is the same as math. I've never seen a math problem without a solution. Meaning with life, no matter what problems you deal with, no matter what problems you have, and it looks like there's no way out, there's always a way out. There's always an answer to the problem. The difficult thing is when it's in your head. See, I think there's like two main reasons. Like people lie to themselves, with two reasons. They say, I'm the only one that's dealing with this and nobody can understand how to help me. Right. And that's the lie that we continuously tell ourselves in our head, because we have so many things that we think on a consistent basis. Like that's like the gift and the curse of being a human being. We have the power of thought, and thought is a gift and a curse, because when you think the right way, it's beautiful. It is the greatest thing in the world. But when you have this negative feeling and this negative hole that you dug yourself in and you didn't realize that you did it because it's too late, everything is going to confirm the thing that you think and feel the most. So when you get into that negative space, it's so hard to get out of it. So it really just simplifies, just like math, it simplifies the problem, and it enables you to really think with a clear mind of, this is what I need to do. So and this is another technique I recommend.
Before you go too far into the techniques, James, I got some questions in the chat room.
Let's listen. Let's go.
CB Fan says, how have his meditations helped with his stresses? I'm gonna hit you with 3. You ready? That's the first one. The second one is, does the guest use specific breathing exercises? And Chris Armstrong says, do you use music in conjunction with meditation? So I'm gonna start with the first one. The first one is, how have these meditations helped with your stresses?
So with my stresses, so my initial human reaction, it may be anger, it may be sadness, it may be whatever that reaction is. But shortly right after that, it enabled, I really think, okay, 3 short, deep breaths. 3 long, deep breaths are the quickest way to making a better decision than what you were about to do originally. I mean, literally just 3 deep breaths. It takes that stress, it takes that pressure, it takes that attitude out of it, and you're really able to think with a clear mind. And I think I personally equate that to the meditation, because that's one of the techniques you do in meditation is your breathing. And it's like a quick 1, 2, 3 breath that you can take, and it puts you right back in that form of, okay, I'm taking these 3 deep breaths, and it brings your brain back to, okay, this is the meditation thing. So now it's recovered. It's like muscle memory. It's thinking about, okay, this is what I need to do now, because now my head is clear with these 3 deep breaths. So my stresses are very slim. It happens. Don't get me wrong, because I'm human. Everybody's human. You're going to have those moments. So the 3 deep breaths is really what helps me with my stress level. And it really just kind of hones me in like, okay, you're better than this. You know better than this. Now let's figure out the right solution. And that's how I'm able to go through with the stress. Question 2. What was question 2?
So question 2 in the chat room was, does the guest use specific breathing exercises?
Goes back to what I just said, the 3 deep breaths. Once you get that center, and you know where your center is, when you take those deep breaths, that's what you go back to focus on. And then when you're actually doing it, you'll feel your heart rate slow down when you're in the meditation. Like I'm gonna give you an example. There was this thing we were at in I believe it's the Museum of Science and Industry, and I took my kids to it. I have 4 kids, by the way. So I took my kids to this Museum of Science and Industry, and they had this thing. I can't remember how it was. It was like a game or something where you move the ball with just your brain power, basically, where you hook your fingers up to it, and you just use your brain to do it. So I hooked myself up to it, and my kids were playing each other, and they were going back and forth or whatever. It was moving back and forth, but it really wasn't moving that well. So I was like, okay, let me see something. I'm gonna see if this was early on when I first discovered meditation. I'm like, okay, let me see if this is really working. I wanted to test the theory. So I sat down, I put it on my fingers, and it was my turn to go. I took about 4 to 5 deep breaths, and the ball just literally flew to the opposite side. And it's like, you cheating. That's because you know how to meditate. I was like, look, I didn't believe it was going to really work, but it did. So that's, like I said, the breathing is like one of those examples of really what helps you and what gets you to focus on the actual issue instead of, the problem that you're dealing with. It really helps you to really center yourself and really have you to calm yourself.
Chris wants to know, do you use music in conjunction with meditation? Now, before you answer that question, don't say you listen to no Chief Keef or none of that shit, all right? Or none of that.
I listen to Waka.
Oh, wow.
That's
literally the complete opposite of calming yourself. That's like the polar opposite, like the other side of the magnet type of calming yourself.
Like it's like Waka and Lil Jon. Like that's what I listen to.
No, now you're showing your age right now, man. Come on.
Is that what I did?
The young folks don't listen to Lil Jon. They listen to Lil Baby and Lil what's the fuck is the dude name? All those dudes with the purple hair and shit, man.
Anything little, I guess you could say. That's all they listen to.
So we got comments in the chat room. Positive vibes are the key to clear your mind, existence. Deep breathing allows you to get oxygen into your brain so you can think with more nutrients feeding the brain. And most people operate on an oxygen deficiency and need to refill up with oxygen to think clearly.
Who said that?
Take a wild guess.
Your mama. I know, mama. I know you better preach. You better preach in that chat room. But no, to the music
thing. Did you
thing.
just take a swig of water? First of all, listen.
I did. Bro got pumped.
You're not a preacher, all right? Don't be having the little.
I got a towel right next to me.
Motherfucker. You got a glass of. Well, look, don't collect no offering on my damn show. All right, we're not giving you no money. Don't drop no cash apps. No.
I'm about to call my kids and tell them to bring my water goblet so I can drink my water instead of this bottle.
You acting different tonight. You acting totally different.
This is funny.
I want to ask you something, man. So you talk about instances from when you were a teenager and, seeing a parent's divorce. My parents aren't together anymore. A lot of people's marriages fall apart. So how's your relationship with your parents to this day?
So I'm gonna answer that. Let me answer that question though about the music because I forgot. The
question was, what do you listen to when you meditate?
Okay, because I didn't want to forget his question.
Basically,
I listened to. Oh, I'm sorry, her question. I listened to either water sounds or, matter of fact, look, Google or YouTube meditation music, and you can use that as a technique. My wife uses that with meditation,
and shit like that, or like a
raindrops, waterfalls, all of those type of white noise will help. And they got like different music and stuff that you can play. It's actually a meditation playlist on Apple Music that I use too, if I needed to. But okay, so your question, my relationship with my parents, it's a lot better now. It's a lot better now because, like I said, it was what made me angry, and this is what honestly I kid you not, I did no type of therapy. I equate my growth to meditation. I'm a firm believer in this, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I feel like everybody should try it. If you haven't tried it, try it again. If you have, it took me to know where my anger came from, right? That's the big thing is when you don't understand something, you get angry. It's just human nature. You get angry, you get mad, you get sad when you don't understand. I didn't understand why my dad chose to divorce my mom or leave. And then I didn't understand why in high school my dad decided that he wanted to move to California. So I had to go visit him in California. I didn't understand these things. Then I didn't understand why my mom wouldn't allow me to go live with my father in California. I didn't understand why she didn't want to do those things. So all of those things, and there's more, I'm not going to really get into it, but there's more things. I didn't understand those things. So those are the things that I realized that were making me angry, is me not having an understanding. Luckily, I have parents that were willing to explain when I asked the right questions. So the problem is that we don't ask the right questions. We just go through it and we deal with it. So that was one thing that I did, was ask, the meditation allowed me to ask the right questions to get the answers to make myself whole again. So I asked them, why did he do what he did? And being married now and having 4 kids of my own with my wife, I understand. I understand. Relationships are hard. And I realized that I didn't have to be a victim to the circumstances that I was dealt. I stopped asking the question, why me? Instead of asking why me, I asked the question, just why? You know what I mean? Like when you ask why me, you victimize yourself in a situation, and it makes it difficult to come for a full understanding of how to deal with or why the situation is happening the way that it does. So I stopped asking why me, and I asked why. Why did you do this? And he gave me the answer. And I asked my mom, well, why didn't you let me go? Like, well, you have kids. Would you want your kid to go? Hell no. So I get it, even though it was a selfish thing for both of them to do. At the end of the day, we have to be selfish. Like the people who deal with depression, sometimes you have to realize that the people around you might not be the best people for you. And you sometimes have to.
Look, that's like a good T-shirt. The people around you might not be the best people for you. Might not be the best people for you.
Exactly. And I don't care who it is. It could be your parent. It can be your auntie, your grandmother, your uncle. It doesn't matter who those people are. See, we're told this lie. And I thought about this earlier today just for the show. We were told this lie that the world doesn't revolve around us. That's untrue. That's untrue. You have your life. You have your universe. You're one person. You decide who and what you let in your universe. No matter who it is, I don't care what it is. It depends on their energy. If the energy that they're giving you is not the energy you want to receive, you have the right to tell these people, I don't like your energy. I don't need your energy around me because I can't grow because you're hindering me from my growth. You have the right to do that. This is your life. Nobody has the right to make you feel any way other than what you allow them to let you feel.
Man, so many times we hold on to things that we shouldn't. We hold on to jobs. We hold on to friendships. We hold on to relationships. We hold on to all kinds of shit that we should let go, man. We know that the term hoarders doesn't just apply to things in your house. You know, you hoard things mentally as well. You hold on to things emotionally. And hoarding these things can create depression for you. You hold on to something that you should let out. There's certain ways you feel that you should let out because you don't let it out. That's how depression forms, and that's why meditation is a great way to let it out. And also, even I want to revisit last week when we talked about art and mental health. Art is a way of expressing yourself. When you don't express yourself properly, that's how you become depressed. Because the feelings have to come out some kind of way. So if you don't express those feelings, and I'm living testament of that. If you don't express yourself properly, that's how you become depressed. That's how you get the feeling like things don't matter and feeling alone and not as happy as you should be. So again, like you said,
you need that
people around you might not be the best people for you. I've had friendships. I had people that I was like best of friends with in high school and growing up, man. It just they weren't the best people for me. Their lifestyle wasn't conducive for which way I was going, which direction I was going in. It wasn't conducive for what my goals were in life or for what I want for myself in the future. So I have to let those people go. Granted, if I see them, I say, hey, what's going on? Hey, how are things going with you? But I can't hang around you because your goals and your aspirations and the things that you find fun don't match up with what how I feel. So
exactly,
again,
that's fine. That's okay. It's
very okay. But to not hoard onto these things. If it's time to let it go, it's time to let it go. And when it's time to. As soon as you get that feeling, it's like, hey, you know what? It's been a nice run. We had a good run. The seasons change, and so should things around you. That's just how life works.
Exactly.
Sorry to cut in on you, man, but
no. That's it.
Even though it is my show, I'm still gonna apologize to you for cutting you off on my show.
Yo, you preaching truth right now, man. That's real, man. You got to speak from experience, man. You just got to let some people go, and it's fine. That's okay. Like it's okay not to talk to some people because and if it's meant to be, they'll come back eventually once they get it. Or not. or not.
Or not.
Or not. That's fine too.
So I want to ask you, James, have you ever tried yoga before?
I have.
For me, so my mom always tries to tell me to try yoga, man. Me being the type of dude I am, I'm like, yeah.
Mother knows best. Best.
Yeah. They built a new yoga room at the gym.
I
never been in there, man. Just giving people a little bit of a rundown about like your experience with yoga and the different. And they got this trend now. I see the commercial for it. It's called goat yoga or some shit.
Goat yoga.
So like, can you give people a rundown? I have no idea about any of this shit. Okay, so I want to learn something too. Tell us a little bit about it.
I am not doing nothing with no goat. That's number one. That's not gonna happen. By no means am I doing yoga with the goat. I think the goat sits on your back or something like that. That's not happening. I'm black. I'm not gonna do that. So that's not gonna happen. As far as regular yoga though, they got hot yoga and they just got regular yoga. It's actually YouTube is my friend. when learning how to do certain things, because they got all type of 30-day challenges and yoga channels and things like that. I'm old, okay? My body is old. My body's weary. I'm 31, but my body's weary. I've been a technician for AT&T, carrying a ladder. I done threw my shoulder out, all type of stuff, right? My body is weary, all right? So right
record,
now,
how old are you?
I'm 31, but I feel 45. If you're older than 45 and you don't feel that, I apologize for insulting your age, but that's how I feel right now. So I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I had surgery in March. So one of the things that yoga does is actually another form of meditation, in my opinion. Is one of those calming things that you can do, and it's like your full body calm, just like meditation is more, I say, for your mental. Yoga itself is more for your body, for your physical. And I've done yoga a couple times. Well, I ain't gonna say a couple times. I've done it quite a bit, and it allows you to get your youth back, in my opinion, like to get those stretches out, to be able to limber your body up and really feel good and really feel like you're doing something. It's really a good experience. I feel like you need to do it, Trey. I'm gonna sign you up for the class when I go, once they get it going.
I believe a very popular quote from the movie 8 Mile when
what's that?
He signed him up to battle. I think B Rabbit was very upset with the decision for him to sign him up because he doesn't know what's best for him because he's not his dad. So,
but what happened? B Rabbit won.
Well, actually, what happened? What happened initially is a huge fallout between them two, and he said, "Fuck you, you're not my dad." Blah blah blah. It was a huge fallout, and I'm just throwing that out there. Obviously, I'm not gonna get that disrespectful with you, but you know,
I get it. I get it. I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
Sure you're insightful enough to see where this is going, so I don't have to keep going.
I'm picking up what you're laying down, brother. I get where you're going with that.
The chat room was laughing at you because you said you're old and you're 31.
Look, y'all don't understand. My body is weary.
I'll be 29 literally a month from now, so what does that mean?
Look, if anybody is over 30, they know exactly what I'm talking about. When you hit 30, I don't know what happened, but your body, it just switches. It's like a I don't know what you want to call it, but my body got to break it down. I ain't never needed surgery a day in my life. How I tear my whole labrum on my shoulder and had to get surgery and been out for 6 to 8 months. I'm just now being able to play basketball and lift weights again. My body breaking down on me. I don't like it. I'm trying to get it together. I done had to change up my eating. I done went vegetarian, but then I like meat too much, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start with chicken. And then now I'm just eating chicken, and then I had a burger today. It's not working out, basically, is what I'm saying.
You do realize our prime lasts until we're like 33, 34. You know that, right?
Look, I don't know what's happening. There's something in the meat then that my body done left me at 30. I don't know what it is. I played a lot. Well, you play sports too. You don't feel no pain?
Dude, I'm like a fucking tank, man. The only pain I feel is when I'm not playing sports. I feel a pain of emptiness from it not being fulfilled from playing. That's the only pain I feel. Well, the chat room is legit clowning you right now. Bobby says, "Shit, wait till you hit 40, my dude."
Hey, I don't want. Look, I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on getting my body together right now.
Tell me one day you wake up and you feel it, man. One day you just wake up and it's like things are not the same. I'm not looking forward to that. My grandpa still plays tennis to this day. I think my genes are different. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, might be built different.
I think we might be genetic freaks or something, man. Because I think he'll probably still work me on a tennis court.
Yeah, y'all been out there taking lamb's blood and unicorn juice, unicorn blood or something. I don't know, cause like I'm telling you, I woke up like whoever said that. You're right. I woke up one day, my back hurt and my knee hurt, and I couldn't get out the bed right. I was like, "What is this here? Look here, Satan!" Like I thought it was a full blown attack from the devil himself. Like I didn't know what to do.
This man said my knee was hurting and my back was hurting one day when I woke up.
I didn't know what to do. I literally had to roll out the bed. Right?
From that yoga your ass is doing, man.
You whatever, man.
I told you, I'm not doing yoga. Your motherfucker be doing all them damn poses and shit. And then you wake up and your knee and your back be gone. But hey, at least you feel peaceful, right? Anyway.
I guess so.
This is. Oh man. So
You know, it's messed up when you get out the bed. You make this sound. Like that's the worst sound to make.
Dude,
right
you're
there.
31.
Look,
You're 3 years older than me.
Look, I just really want you to understand.
Fuck?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't even like talking about it right now.
I don't know. I might be
like
genes, man. You know, you might have bad knees in your family or something. I don't know.
It might be. No, we do. My dad got bad knees. That's why.
I don't think we're not built that way for the lift shows. We're different.
Then Jason, little bro, he messed his tore his ACL playing football. You know what? We got bad genes. That's what it is. Ain't that something? I just figured we like a bad pair of bugle boys, like a Levi's. Like we just don't work. You know, just got torn off in the knees. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I wanted to ask you, James actually does his own radio show. I wanted to ask you a little bit about, give the people out there a little bit more information about what you do and how. I mean, he did a very good job tonight talking, man. It's like he just took over my show. It was almost like it wasn't. It was almost like it wasn't even my show. That's fine. That's cool, man.
I'm sorry.
The whole purpose of Let's Talk It Out is for people to open up, not only in the chat room, but the guests open up as well. And you did a very eloquent job of opening up and giving people information about yourself. Telling people we used to hoop together. I used to dunk on people back in the day, but that's neither here nor there.
I wasn't one of them. I didn't get in the poster. I was on this team, so I used to throw in the
poster. But some guys did catch some heat. If I take the baseline, you better move out the way. That's all I'm going to say. But enough about me and basketball. I want James to tell people. James does his own radio show. I want you to give people a little bit of information, man. Tell people a little bit about what you do. Tell people about your business that you have. Just give a little bit of information about that.
So I do. We're working on actually going on a new platform. We got a relationship show called 3 the Hard Way. The reason why is because people ask how have me and my wife been together as long as we have. I've known my wife since I was 14 years old. We've been together since grade school, basically. Like I told you, we had the kid at 16. She was 16. I was 17. And for us to make it and be married, we're married now for. See, that's so hard of a question to ask myself because I don't even know. Basically, we've been together for 15 years, and I'm only 31, so, you do the math. And they ask me how and what I do and different techniques and things like that, and people ask me for advice. So that's one of the things I do on the show called 3 the Hard Way. We have a Facebook page. We're working on getting a different platform right now for our internet radio show, so we're making a move real soon. I'm also a motivational speaker where I do some, like I said, I talk about the meditation aspect of it. And I just give people encouraging and things like that on social media, where you follow me on Instagram at Mr_Push. That's Mr_Push P.U.S.H. I had to do it that way because somebody took my name and I wasn't okay with it. I might change it eventually, but it could have been. I think he had it first.
D-Ray, before we keep going, D-Ray funny as hell. He hopped inside the chat room and said, "I threw a couple of those oops."
Yeah, facts.
D-Ray, he was one of the players too, man. We're gonna have to get back together and dunk on some people for old time's sake. But I'm not gonna cut you out. Keep going. My bad.
No, we do the Mr. Push and like I said P.U.S.H. You can follow me there. Got some things coming down the pipeline actually that I'm working on real soon. So if you want to follow me there, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about real soon.
Mr. Push, Instagram.
Mr.
I put it in the chat room too, just in case they want to look in there.
Appreciate it. And then the reason why it's Mr. Push is because the business that I'm getting ready to start, this is one of the things I can't talk about, is I'm trying to start this not-for-profit that stands for PUSH. The PUSH is the acronym that stands for Persevere Until Something Happens, where it's for people who are going through issues and things like that, or somebody who wants to be where you have goals and dreams that you set for yourself, and you have those naysayers and those negative people around you, and you just need that encouragement. I want to be that encouragement for you, and that's what PUSH stands for, is keep pushing, persevering until something happens, because eventually the more you persevere, something will happen in your favor for you to do what it is that you want to do. And that's it.
CB fan wants to know real quick, last question. He wants to know, does meditation help with pain management?
I say, I've used it for headaches. For sure, headaches, because more than likely my headaches have been tension headaches. I can't speak on whether or not it will help for like the body, because like I said, I feel old. So I'm 30 and I have knee pain. So I can't really say if it's good for the body. I think that would be something I would have to test out, though. I'm actually going to take on that challenge, and I can get back to you on that one. But yeah,
when James gets back to me on that one, I'll be sure to let CB fan know. James, you're not on Twitter, right?
No. I need to, though. I'm working on that.
A lot of people in the chat room will be able to follow you, be able to reach them if you are on Twitter.
Well, how about I get a Twitter and I'll shoot it to you, and if you could share that for me, I would greatly appreciate it, sir.
I'll put it on my to-do list.
Thank you, sir. If you don't mind.
Top, though, but I'll get to it eventually, I guess.
That's the Trey we know and love right there. That's it. That's the guy.
Man, the brutal honesty is the reason why a lot of people respect me. Keep it real.
Yeah. Of course.
So with that being said, I want to ask you if you have any closing remarks for the people. Let them give a little insight, man, or tell them about how I feel to be interviewed. Like, I'm not sure if you've ever been interviewed before, but you did a pretty good job, I guess. It's all right. It wasn't that good.
This is fun for me. I enjoy the cause. Like, it's better when you believe in what you do, and I believe in what you're doing. And if nobody ever tell you, I'm gonna speak on to you. If nobody ever tells you, man, I'm proud of what you're doing out here, because I know some people are needing this and they need the help. And I appreciate you allowing me to be on this platform, man, and give my 2 cents on my experiences and the things that helped me deal with it. So I appreciate you. That's what I'm gonna use for my closing remarks.
So you're a smart man. You acknowledge the person that brought you on as your closing remarks, and you gassed me up a little bit.
I've done this a little bit,
That was pretty. You should be a politician, because that was really good. It almost worked.
It almost worked.
It was close.
Well,
close.
I got some more stuff in the bag if you want me to keep going with it.
CB fan says you rocked it tonight, man. You did a good job. Yeah. They said we need to get you a Twitter handle, so you gotta give the people what they want. They spoke out. And they said that they want a Twitter handle, man. You got to make it happen. Twitter is where it's at, man. And to me, it's the king of social media. It's the king of apps. If I need a laugh, I just click on, and literally within about 2 minutes, I'm going to be dying laughing at some silliness.
I kind of stay private. That was one of the things that I focused on, but now I have so much going on that I need to get my social media game up. So I appreciate the 2 cents and the insight, people, and I'm about to download that and make me a Twitter handle tonight.
And when you upload your picture, please don't pick a picture when you got like a big suit on or something, man. Just make it, make it like the brand emblem or something.
I got you. I'm the brand emblem. Okay, I got my T-shirt, so I'm gonna use that one as the picture.
So we got Baz says a great show tonight. CB fan says forget Facebook is okay. CB. I got the business for Let's Talk It Out page on Facebook, and I also got one on Twitter. So most of you guys follow it. On Twitter it's LTIO podcast. And it'll pop up. You'll see the emblem. And, yeah, there it is. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you for taking time out of your night to have this conversation, man, because it's definitely necessary. And people learned a lot about meditation and the benefits from it and the things that come, like, association with it and mental health.
Oh, yeah.
The whole being able to, like, find peace. Even at like times where it's like you're in a really stressful situation, just taking time out to do a couple breathing techniques, like you said, man, it really helps you out when you're upset, and it's like, you know what, I need to just sit down and think for a little bit before I react to what's going on right now. Is it really worth me getting this upset about? So that's huge, man. So again, like I said, man, I really do appreciate you for coming on. Everybody appreciate you for having this conversation. The chat room loves you, and I look forward to having this conversation with you again. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close the show out. Catch you guys next time.